Creations, where we sew the scraps of your life into beautiful creations. Today's What's Up Wednesday, and I have a few things I think you might find interesting. I sewed a bag for our comment winner, Donna Ritchie. Congratulations again, Donna. I thought you guys might want to take a peek at the bag, and looking at the bag gave me some thoughts and ideas that I thought you guys might, comment on. So I asked you a few questions there, and then I had some other sewn items to show you. And the other thing that I wanted to discuss with all of you is this. How do you guys feel about a live video? I've been wanting to do a live since I hit, around 1,000 subscribers. Basically, I could do one. Not that I know how. I can figure it out, I think. It's finding a time, and because you guys are spread all over the world. Like, I was chatting with one of you this morning, and what is early morning for me is late night for you, actually, the next day. So finding a time might be difficult, and there's no way that we're going to fit everyone in on a live. But if that's something that you feel you'd be interested in, I would love to hear about that, because I really want to do one, and I'm thinking that within the next couple of weeks I should just, just do it. Get over my fear, just get out there and do it. And I'd probably take some input on what day of the week we could do this on. I do know that according to my analytics on YouTube, most people watch my videos from 4 to 6 p.m. my time. Now that's not what time it is possibly where you are, but for me it's between 4 and 6 p.m. So I know that the majority of people are on their computers at that time. So that's probably the time that I would try for, at least with the first one, to see how it goes. And if it's something that I like to do, I will probably do more of them. It would definitely save me editing time and uploading time, because we would just keep the live as a tutorial, and I would just upload it as my regular weekly tutorial. But we'll see how it goes. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that. So let's get going. Let's take a peek at what I have this week. I hope you'll like it. I hope you stick around till the end. Don't forget to hit the like button. This is a bag that I made for this month's comment winner, Donna. And she said her favorite colors, two of her favorite colors, were purple and green. So I incorporated those into the bag. Now, the one thing I didn't do is I wasn't trying to center this. I'll tell you how I started off. Was I had a narrower piece here. I think it was 1.5 inches or 2 inches narrower than this piece. And then on the opposite side, I did the opposite thing, okay? So then I wanted to put this on here because I had some scraps to use up. So I cut the two squares the same size, and all I did was line them up with where my first quilting line went down through here, which I know you can't see, but there's a quilting line going down behind there. So I matched the points up with that and set that on there. I had a thought afterwards that possibly I should have taken a button or something to put it up here to kind of even it. But then again, who says something has to be even? It still is a beautiful bag, and I'm still happy with it. I was just trying to do something different, and I did, I guess. I used Heat and Bond Light to attach both the triangle on point and the heart, and I just used a straight stitch to stitch around. I didn't put a pocket in. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I did put one of my tags in that says handmade by Marie. I don't know if that will focus or not. I just ordered some new tags yesterday on Ever Emblem, which is where I order my tags. I can leave that link down below. I had used up some of my Mother's Day money that one of my daughters gifted to me to purchase some thread which I ordered last night, and some labels. So my labels, instead of saying handmade by Marie, they say Marie's Scrappy Creations. And I bought 2 different kinds of labels this time, so I'm very excited. And the third label that I bought said something about handmade by Mimi, which is what my grandchildren call me, is Mimi. So I thought I should have something to put on their items instead of something that says Marie's Scrappy Creations. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to show you this bag, and while we're looking at it, I know I did a tutorial for this bag, but that was the basic bag. And I was thinking last night, there are so many different ways that I have made this bag. I've made them with a handle, just a little strap. I've made them with an outside pocket that went across here that snapped shut, okay? I've made them with inside pockets that snapped shut and zipped shut. So I was thinking, that's a lot of tutorials right there that I could show you guys. And this zipper technique has proven to be very popular, not with just me. I've had a few ladies on the Facebook group that it's worked really well for, people in the comments section. I've also had a few private messages and emails about that technique. And I know when I found it, I was so impressed with it, and it's been a very handy thing. I'm going to link my video tutorial down below, and that's when I first started. I mean, yeah, I know I've only been at this 3 months, but still, it was a pretty basic tutorial as far as lighting and camera goes back then. But what do you guys think of me doing another take? Adding pockets or a handle. And I'm not going to get it all in one video, so there's probably at least 2 or 3 more times. And I'm not saying I would do it right in a row. Like, we can do a series, but still break it up with other tutorials in between there. But let me know what you think about that, because there's all kinds of things we could do to dress this bag up. Outside pockets, inside pockets, zippers, snaps, handles, you name it. And as I was telling someone on the Facebook group, the basic tote bag that I like to make, I've added this zipper to that as well. You just need a longer zipper. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter what bag you want to put it on. The technique works the same way. And for anyone who's scared of a zipper, this is a perfect way to go, because you don't have to worry. A lot of times your zipper ends will dent in they'll dent like this. And there is a bag that I used, and I couldn't get around that. You hold on a second. Okay, this is the bag. Now, this is another favorite bag of mine that I like to make with the pleated front. That is sweet. I love it. But look at the edges of the zipper. You see how they're not perfectly straight? They kind of dent. These aren't as bad as some can be. Some can really be just sideways, just dented right in. And that's the difference in the way you put the zipper in, the way it's done. And that's, like I said, another reason why I really, really like the technique used in this bag. So thank you for taking a look at that. I wanted to show it to you during this week's What's Up Wednesday. Okay, so here's something else I wanted to show you today. Now, this is a quilt block called a ladder block. And I first saw this in my swap group. I'm in a quilt block swap group, and we swap 2 blocks per event each month. So like, you might sign up for a crazy block and a crumb block. You'd send 2 blocks of each to your partners. So when I first joined, they were doing this ladder block. And I love scraps. That's my whole deal. I love scraps. And this one, I loved it because when you have more blocks, okay, so this one is one I made, okay? Just your average everyday scraps with your solid black going here. So you sew a strip of your scraps together, any width, it doesn't matter. You make that strip, you put your two black pieces, one on each side, and then you work this outward, okay? So here are some that I received. This one is in batiks. Let's see, here's another one. I'm not turning them all the same way, I apologize. I'm just laying them out. Just so you can see the beauty of all the scraps. Oh, this one was the other batik because the woman sent me 2 batiks. I remember that. And then I have 2 more. This one. Oh, 3 more. This one. And this one. I apologize for all my threads and lint. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 of these. So I need more for a quilt. And if you notice, what will happen when you lay these out, I'll have to get rid of this. So you can see that when you start putting these together, they're going to make a beautiful design. The black is going to intersect. And this isn't the only way you could lay it. But look at these. The stripes of color, aren't they beautiful? That's just beautiful to me, you know. And while we're right here, I'll give you the creative word of the day, which is ladder. Just like these ladder blocks. But I absolutely love this block. I asked the woman who runs our swap group if we could do them again. I think I've probably asked her 2 or 3 times now. She'll probably get tired of me asking. But the thing is these blocks work up so well, and they use different size strips. So a lot of times, like I've taken my strips to make coin quilts and, you know, quilt as you go, just string quilts of any kind. This just adds another dimension to it. It's just something different that you can do with your strips, and I really like that. And adding the black. Of course, it doesn't have to be black. You could choose any color you want, you know, when you're doing your own. But as a group, we chose black, and that worked for us, and our finished blocks were 12.5 inches. But you can see how beautiful that looks. So it pulls your scraps together. So you can add any number of colors. And that's the other thing. When you're working with scraps, don't be afraid of the colors. Anything goes. The only rule that I follow is something that my great-grandmother, who was a beautiful scrap quilter, she told me this. When she was sewing one day, there was a paper bag underneath her sewing machine just to the side, and I sat down on the floor because I wanted to hand her pieces. And when she noticed that I was picking out pieces that would match or somehow go with what I had handed her before, she told me that that wasn't the way it was done. As long as I handed her a piece that was different than the one I had just used, then anything goes. And I have used that rule and found that to be so true, you know. So put any scraps together. Don't worry. Don't worry. In fact, in the comments last week, I saw someone say that they were colorblind. How do they put their scraps together? You just do. Throw them all together. It doesn't matter. The more colors, in my opinion, the prettier it turns out. And whether you have, you know, larger prints, smaller prints, it doesn't matter. There again, it just makes it more eye-catching, in my opinion, to have those. All those different colors and prints. And like this, I would be mixing batiks in with calicos and such. Again, it doesn't matter. It's all going to work, no matter what you choose to use. See, let's try a different batik there. See, it would all go. Oh, that almost matches. Look at that. It's 2 totally different pictures or different fabrics. But you could almost put those opposite each other and have a look all unto itself right there too, couldn't you? I'm not laying those exactly even, but you get my drift. But yeah, so I thought you guys might want to take a look at this. And this isn't a long What's Up Wednesday, so I want to thank you for dropping by to see what's happening over at Marie's Scrappy Creations. So I hope you stop by on Sunday to see what's up. If you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and click the like button. One thing I wanted to mention when you subscribe, when you hit the bell, you have to click upwards and click all. And unless you do that, you will not be notified of all new videos. So if you want to know what's happening every time I upload on Wednesdays and Sundays, you need to click that black bell. All right, so until Sunday, I hope you all take care. You stay safe out there, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.